Throughout much of the recent history of medicine, we have thought about health and disease in terms of the profoundly static model which was always revolving around the genes. Now, there was a reason for the dominance of this model because most of the diseases or the physiological things that we know, like for the height or the skin color, or a lifestyle diseases like cardiovascular disease, or even the deadliest cancer, could be attributed to alteration in genes. Over years, scientists has been trying to replicate this model again and again in many diseases, including your infectious disease. Let's think about the scenario in a different way. Let's take cancer. Since 1900, scientists have been trying to apply this concept of genes to the cancer. Obviously, it has worked for some diseases. We all know about BRCA1 and how it single-handedly influenced the certain forms of breast cancer. But eventually, all of us know that we have reached the ceiling of that approach. And only in the last couple of decades, scientists have started thinking about other factors, acknowledging the fact that the cancer does not grow in vacuum. And it led to the identification of some of the most spectacular players in the immune system, like epigenetic modifiers, tumor microenvironment, immunology, and in the last decade, we have something called as microbiome.